It's Japan time again! More bizarre wonderment from the country that's given us previous looks at games like Gregory Horror Show, Mad Maestro and Curry Curry Mix. So let's head back to the land of the rising awesome and prepare for an alien invasion with Under the Skin. Along with Gregory Horror Show, Under the Skin is another curious title from Capcom. Released in Japan in August 2004 and then in October in all other territories, Under the Skin was given the usual renaming for an international audience. Its original title is Mewaku Senjei Panikumeka, which translates to Annoying Alien Panic Maker. As amusing as I find that title, it was changed for our Western faces. And as the original name suggests, this has more of an emphasis on fast-paced manic arcade fun. Meet Cosme. Cosme is travelling through the galaxy in search of glory. He hails from the planet Mischief, home to a race that, well, basically likes being dicks to other planets. When a young Mischievian turns 3 years old, they head out into the galaxy and find an unexpected planet to cause havoc upon. If they can pass the challenges set before them and return home in one piece, they are heralded as a hero. A rite of passage, if you will. Being a confident little fellow, Cosme wants to show the folks back home he has the stones to return triumphant, and so he decides to face the very species considered to be the most barbaric in the galaxy, man. Man, or Homo sapiens, a primitive creature living on a little blue rock in the Sol system named Earth. This upright hairless ape can be found clustered in large groups around the non-watery parts and come in all shapes and sizes. The difference is man's main failing. They are a frightened bunch, willing to kill each other over such petty things as currency or who has the best deity. There are plenty of other species on Earth, some of which will actually come into play later. We feel sorry for these animals having to live on the same planet, but our new relocation program is underway. It's in its early stages with the abduction of what they call cows. There's still a few kinks to work out, but it's coming along. So remember, young Mischievians, man, just say no. But Cosme isn't saying no. He does eventually land on Earth in a rather undignified manner, crashing his Scooty Puff Jr. into a television satellite whilst daydreaming about his glorious return. The second he arrives, he is immediately confronted and chastised by Master Itazura.
What are you doing here, dummy?
He tells Cosme that he's way in over his head, but since he's here now with no functioning craft, he doesn't have much of a choice.
Welcome to the tutorial!
Master Itazura acts as your mentor and teaches you how the game is played. Being an alien from the planet Mischief, the goal is to play as many pranks on the Earthlings as possible within the time limit against another alien opponent. There are many pranks to discover and choose from, ranging from the simple things like placing tacks on the floor and fireworks, to unleashing a herd of rampaging elephants and tornadoes. Successful pranking will result in the dropping of coins. Collecting these coins is imperative for completing the mission. Each stage sets a goal. Collect more coins than your opponent, or reduce an opponent's coins to 0, etc. Of course, walking around looking as Cosme does will cause mass panic, so you're required to disguise yourself as a human. The possession ray Cosme carries allows him to enter the body of any chosen human. When approaching, you can see a selection of 5 pranks they can do. Choose somebody, stand under one of the scattered UFOs, transform, and off you go pranking. What makes a stage challenging is that your opponent is after the same thing as you. Their pranks affect you, they go after the same coins, and if you're injured you will drop some of your coins and end up in your underwear for some reason. Get injured a second time and Cosme will return to his original form. People will then yell, "Alien!" run after you and try to hurt you. That's the human way of confronting unfamiliarity. There are a variety of stages, each with their own unique hazards. Frontiersville, for example, disorientates you with dust storms, and Ferro Island has large boulders rolling around the place. And Capcom being Capcom, we have special guest appearances. Not only is the bonus movies option just shameless trailers for other Capcom titles, but they have dedicated an entire stage to a game that everyone's actually heard of. Resident Evil 3. Raccoon City turned out to be my favourite stage because the goal is to constantly pick on the nemesis to reduce his coins to 0. Somehow this came across as an association tactic to help sell the game. Raccoon City isn't a secret unlockable. Jill Valentine and the Nemesis feature prominently on the back cover. Wait a minute! Alien coming to Earth to prove its worth by confronting what is considered to be the most dangerous species in the galaxy, whilst keeping its identity hidden? This follows a very similar direction, and the same release date as Alien vs Predator! Was this intentional, Capcom? Did you think, hey, that's a good premise, let's do that, but for kids? Let's make what in reality would be a terrifying incident a wacky fun coin-grabbing bag of shenanigans. But hey, at least Capcom stuck with video games when making a fast, frantic, reward-based game. Konami! Under the Skin is a fun, fast-paced barrel of satisfaction. Through the years of video gaming, we've all been programmed for the pursuit of coins and collectibles in general. Stringing pranks together, creating a cascade of coins, especially when it's from your opponent. Yeah, you know that feeling. The colourful cel-shaded presentation is very pleasing. The running around a city and causing trouble is very reminiscent of Jet Set Radio. Its quick pick-up-and-play and two-player split-screen options is great for kids and would make a good party game, but certainly challenging enough to keep the more discerning gamer interested. If you want to explore Capcom's more eccentric side, and you enjoy some good old Japanese quirkiness, I say track this down. Instead of the usual mankind fighting off the alien invader, it makes a nice change to play it from the aliens' point of view, despite their rather silly motivation.